Yep.
Okay, we're recording now. Okay, so this is our GlobalNet Hangout, our drop-in Hangout, and the idea behind it, if there's anyone viewing, well, there isn't, so I don't have to say, but you know, it's just an attempt to provide a format where people can connect with us and with those who organise things and give ideas about developing projects and events. And it doesn't matter whether one or two people come on or 20 people come on, as long as we do it regularly, it gives a chance for people to make that connection. And if there's a couple new people who do come on, then that would be good. Anyhow, I don't know what we need to go through. One thing I think we could go through, Joe, is Joe's getting together with Rashid to try and do a Netivus debate, because we talked about Netivus. By the way, Jose may be listening in, but he won't join us. I thought he might, but he is caught up at the LSE tonight. But Joe is going to, with Rashid, do a debate on the evolution of power to the English regions and the debate around that. Something I'm sure that you might be intrigued about, Michael, but whether how interested you will be in it, I don't know. But it's a debate in this country whether now Scotland's got more power than English regions should, or whether that would just create a new sort of bureaucracy and so on. And Joe's going to do a Netivus debate and also a webinar around it. And Joe, I'd quite like to get that webinar sometime in August. Do you think that will be possible?
We'll just have to confer with our core team. Giving the date, it's always easiest to do things if you've got a date to work to, isn't it?
Yeah.
You mean you want me to give you a date?
Yeah. And then could always, modify it if necessary. But if we've got a date to work towards, and I'm just talking off the top of my head here, Rashid, what do you think about August?
Yeah, I think we've only got one thing scheduled for August, as far as I know.
But we can get the Netivus debate going and then have the prelim to it, which we can do, I think.
Yeah, it's likely that Francis's schedule is more crowded than yours then. In that case.
We work around Francis. That's the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, what would you like? I mean, would you like to do it early August or later August?
I think it would be early, wouldn't it? Because what we want to do is kick off a process. The process has started. The webinar hopefully will as we talked about, get part of the hump in the road overcome on that process of actually what is good devolution, which I think is the core of it. Get people to have a consensus view that this is a form of devolution we can all work for and support, and that's what this webinar is about. So the in-person meeting is going to be planned for autumn, September, October.
Okay.
The webinar to fit in before then, as part of a process, an online conversation, so that when the in-person meeting happens in September or October, it can be very positive.
Well, let's go for the webinar sometime like August the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you set the time, that's convenient for you, Francis.
Well, let's say
and then then we'll need to get the Netivus discussion finalised, and then we can let everybody know about the Netivus discussion and the webinar coming up, and set the ball rolling.
Yeah, we need to get the Netivus debate going well before this, won't we?
Oh yeah, that's the first step. Yeah, and that then the webinar, and then continuing on the Netivus, because that will stay up anyway. That will bring more people in to pass opinions, and you can vote on it as well, can't you? So,
yeah.
I was impressed by that Netivus thing for me, but I'm not all that techy, so anything new looks wonderful for me,
So why don't we make that first webinar the one that looks at, should we devote to the regions, and the second one that we do at another time, we'll look at, is that enough, or should there be much more devolution to communities?
We can work out, the exact detail between us, because Francis, we're juggling a lot of people here, you know.
Yeah.
Like the people involved who we know who want to be involved in discussion, the numerous, you know, quite diverse.
Okay. It'd be nice to get it up about 3 or 4 weeks before we do it.
Yeah. So if we can sort of generally work on how to phrase up the, you know, the wording for netivist, you know, because when I sent it far too small first off, then I sent another lot, then, you know, we've not gone past that.
Yeah.
So we can get the wording for the netivist thing up, and we can give us the date for the webinar. And then we could, when you were ready, we can work out what the webinar is going to be about. You know, I mean, I'm trying to think on my feet here. Just for now, if you need a title, something like devolution for England, something like that, so it's generic. Then we can work out the nitty gritty of who's going to talk on what under that topic.
Yeah. Okay. And we need to find a speaker.
Well, that's not that won't be a problem, mate. I mean, we can all talk for England in our gang. No, we've got some quite, you know, good professional speakers. I mean, that's not a problem.
So you'll find the speaker.
We can find the speaker.
Yeah. Okay, so the netivist debate, then the webinar on the 5th. Tell me about the person-to-person meeting you were talking about, Rashid, in October and September.
So in October, there was the first Northern Citizens Convention. So in Manchester, we're going to be hosting the second one of these Northern Citizens Conventions in this new series. And we've been talking to the Convention of the Left organisers. As you know, me and Joe are organisers for Assemblies for Democracy, to pull these three strands together and create a very community relevant in terms of lots of penetration into lots of different communities, which will come together. Now, these are all politically active communities. It's not that we're actually making good progress on inclusiveness, but we are making progress on including the active players in the region.
Yeah.
So bringing those together, for hopefully a meeting in October, should we say, which will probably coincide with the Tory Party conference in Manchester, to really kind of nail down the response to the cities and local government devolution bill, and the Manchester part of it, of course, is the Devo-Manc agreement. But other areas from the north, what is their response to it? And we would like this conference to decide, you know, political response and community response in terms of, you know, and then look at ways those can be brought together.
And when that's over, did you say you've got other similar meetings in other regions?
This other groups, there's Sheffield for Democracy, Hannah Mitchell Foundation, and 2 other regional Unlock Democracy groups are active in the Yorkshire area and the North East. So they're having their discussions and meetings. We're going to invite people from those groups, as well as Yorkshire First, to come to the Manchester-hosted sequel to the Northern Citizens Convention.
Okay. What might be a good idea as well, Rashid, if you want to do this, is I do a 10-minute Google Hangout interview of, say, you about that whole process, so that you say again what you just said to me on a short interview that we can use then to promote the whole package.
Yeah, can do that.
I mean, every time I see you, I just see the still picture. I can actually see you in video if I want, can I?
Yes, you can. I just have to limit the bandwidth at the moment because other members of the family are using the connection as well.
Yeah, okay. I just wondered whether you were always incognito. But yeah, no, if we did that, we want to arrange time now. We could arrange some time and then we can use that. Well, I did a workshop yesterday with the Local Government Information Unit on radicalisation, and 3 of the inputs to that were Google Plus, Hangout, interviews that I did online, and you know, I could play them in the seminar. So rather than have the speakers come and join us, we have the Google Hangout interviews, so they're quite useful to do.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
The other thing, Rashid, is if you want two things I can do. One is to help to promote your event through my network outreach, which, as you know, goes a fair way. The other thing is there is Professor Steve Thompson up at Newcastle, Tyneside University, who's quite active on Fight the Tories and all that good stuff. A member of Thompson's The Musical Family as well, bless him. Very interesting Livewire fellow. He might be interested in this. If you like, I can reach out to him on your behalf and say, do you want to go and support taking back these things to everybody else?
Oh, that would be fantastic, Peter. Yeah.
All right, mate.
I mean,
well, ping me when you're ready with any materials and stuff, and I will then bring Steve in on it and see if he can get behind it, because he's quite a big gravitational pull. It would be good to have, and also he's very funny, very lively.
Can I ask a question here, please?
Go.
Francis, this is being recorded right now.
It is, yeah.
So bear in mind we're recording, and let's not have a long discussion, because what we'll be able to do as soon as you've made that recording available, so we can then send it to the the people that we're trying to assist in this process.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's
right. We might be able to do it tonight if you can have if the video's ready tonight.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that we could look for debates about devolution on your site as well, Michael, and see if we can find videos on that.
Yeah, of course, we can do that. But I have a very strong echo here. It's with Rashid, it's not a problem. I can understand him very well, but Francis and everyone else, Peter, and there is a strong echo. Is this my problem only, or do you have the same echo?
No, I have no echo at all.
No, me neither.
Ah, so it seems to be my...
Okay, so see if you can bear with this.
Was that better? Was that better, Michael? I just muted my microphone in case it was me. I'll try mute again.
I can understand you very well now. Yeah, maybe it was that.
Okay.
Might be. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Yes, and of course, if I have the title of the themes you want to give webinars about and you want to work on, I can search for videos on that themes, or you can also now start new themes, as you know and as you saw it.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's great. Let me just say, because we've got 3 viewers, it's down to 2 now, but we've got 2 viewers who just joined us, and just in case they're wondering what the heck we're doing, the idea about drop-in Hangouts is that people can just drop in and talk about projects that we're presently developing or new projects they're interested in developing. So if you come in at any point in time, you probably find us in the middle of a conversation talking about an event or a project or an activity. And if you have anything that you want to add, you can add it to the comment box if you've got a comment box. Peter, could you tell the viewers how they can get their comment box?
Sorry, Francis, what do you mean by that, my friend?
Well, if anybody who's viewing this and they're not online on video, could you just tell them how they can use the comment box if they want to put comments up?
Oh, yeah. On the left of their screen, there's a little blue rectangle thing with some lines in it. And if you click on that, if you're in the Hangout, that allows you to put something in the chat. If you're watching this on the stream, in YouTube, for example, then what you can do is just look at the comments that are appearing as usual beneath the video. So either in YouTube or in Google Hangouts, you should see comments that way.
Okay, so if people want to do that, please do. But you can also, if you are there viewing, you want to come on on video, you are able to do that as well. Okay. The other thing, Peter, is that I was talking last week to Christchurch University, and I think on July the 8th we've got a webinar where we're looking at politics and transformation, which is looking at what Christchurch is going to do. They're going to set up a research project and a student project around politics and activism, and we're going to try and do quite a few things with them. And they're going to have a meeting in September when the students come back around a particular theme, and that theme for that September-October period probably would be fracking and the activism around fracking. Now, I know that you're heavily involved in that, and your warrior princess as well. Would you be interested in doing something, do you think, Peter?
Sorry, I was on the other stream, so I'll just unmute. I can ask her if she'd like to. Yes, I'll do that for you, Francis.
I mean,
failing that, she'll have 101 suggestions of others that would be able to.
Yeah, I just saw the presentation she did on the internet TV program, and she was very good.
Yeah, she's a natural for anything like that.
Yeah.
Despite the press describing her as a shrill and harridan and all that, but when you're in the front lines, you tend to get labelled with these silly labels.
Yeah, you do.
I'll ask her. She's sort of being quiet at the moment, but I'll ask her and see if either she or one of the others would do it for you.
Okay, I've got to talk to Christchurch first and see how we can do a package around it. But that would be really, really good thing to do. So that's great. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's a dropout for anyone to say anything. I really don't have much else to say, and I'm just here like the rest of you in case there are anything else people want to raise. We don't have to stay on the whole hour. But is there anything that you want to raise at all that that's pertinent at this time?
I just dropped a comment into the comment stream saying I'm monitoring it. If anyone wants to make any comments or ask questions, we'll pick it up that way. You carry on.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You just put something in for Pamela as well, haven't you? Maybe Pamela's one of the viewers.
A couple of themes for the possible nativist webinar debates in general terms, which I was hoping would come up, are the, none of the above, and improving voter turnout angles on the elections. I don't think those have. I haven't seen many articles or debates on those things. I thought those might be ideas that can go into the pot.
Do you want to write out something about the none of the above debate?
I can start roughing out some ideas, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the Nativist site, so you know the sort of format, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know that once you've written it out, Jose will redo it and put some other stuff on and videos if we haven't given him any. So he'll make it look good. He always makes mine look a lot better than I send it to him.
Should those themes be merged together? The voter turnout.
There, hi Jose, you're here.
And none of the above type options. Kind of radically shaking up, or kind of a mandatory voting aspects. Should they be, or they should be separated into different?
I think they're two different debates. One is a none of the above debate, and the other is, can you improve, for example, turnout by mandatory voting? Which I hate. I'm very much against that, but it's a good debate.
Right.
So I think they're two separate debates. I wouldn't do them all at once, but I think none of the above one would be really good to do first.
Right.
So if you wanted to, draft something out on that, then I'm sure Jose would be pleased to receive it, and we would, put it up on GlobalNet, and he would change it, which is good. And Jose, we're not going to go through the World Lecture Project and Netivist site because it's all of us have seen the webinars and seen it before. So there's only one extra viewer on here, which could be Pamela, but I think she will have seen the webinar that we did with you. So we won't do that tonight. We'll just sort of chat about projects, but we'll do that another time. But yeah, I think if we could do a Netivist debate on none of the above, that would be really good.
Mhm.
And we might link it into an event as well at some time as well.
Sounds good. I will.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Can you hear
Yeah,
us? Can you hear us, Jose? It's like
I can hear. Can you hear me?
yeah, can hear you.
Sorry, the thing I was struggling because I was on YouTube and I was trying to somehow leave a message, but I couldn't. And I'm home as well. I had to come back home, so my children are kind of shouting.
Don't worry. I mean,
Sorry if I have caused any disturbance.
Yeah, we're not going to be on very long. I didn't recognize you, first of all, because I've never seen you looking so informal.
So sorry.
I've never seen you looking so informal.
So you have seen me 5 minutes ago with my children.
Okay, so all right. So we talked about the webinar and Netivist debate that you're doing, Joe, on devolution, and Rashid. Rashid, you said you would draft something up on the Netivist debate on none of the above. Then we might do something later on that, how you increase turnout by, for example, compulsory voting. Peter, you said you think about who we might involve in anything we do with Christchurch on the fracking issue. And we'll probably do a Netivist debate on that, but I'll try and do that with Christchurch, Jose. So, that might be one of the first that they put on your site with their name on it as well. So, those are 3 or 4 things that we've sort of decided tonight. So that's quite good.
Excellent. I mean, I will provide all the support I can, and the only problem I'm having troubles to embed Michael's videos on a website. I don't know if that's any other way how we could embed them without using the code.
We are trying to find a solution, and I will send you an email as soon as we have the solution. It's connected with your site, but it's our problem. It's connected with your HTTPS, as you have an HTTPS site, and we have to renew somehow parts of our system to
Make it compatible.
to make it compatible. And I will send you an email about that whenever we solve this problem. But
Okay.
it might take a week or something.
Okay.
Like
The
that.
great thing about Google Hangouts, if you give a little giggle, you come on air for a split second, don't you? Right. So, as I said earlier with Hangouts, it may last an hour, it might last less. If we finish the things that we want to talk about, we don't have to stay on for the hour. So are we okay now? Is there anything else, or should we leave this Hangout now? And maybe fix up another one for the middle of August as well.
That's great. That's fine. Anyway, the sound is really bad on my side, and it's hard for me to understand you.
Shall we go for, what day is it today? It's Thursday, isn't it? Shall we go for another Google Hangout drop-in one, something like the 12th or the 13th of August?
Okay.
Either day?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I will be in Spain, but I can do from Spain most likely, unless it coincides with some trip or.
Okay, well let's go for the 12th, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Google Hangout, just put it in my diary there. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do that on the 12th, so that will be the next Hangout. And then if we get these regularly, hopefully we'll get some more people who will drop in as well. We've got to try and encourage them, actually. I think what I might do next time we do one is I might, because it's not a huge number of people who register, let alone come on, I might actually write to them individually. And if I could get one of you to do the same, maybe to encourage them, that would be great.
It's on the 12th of August.
Yeah.
I understand you well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Very
Same
good.
time, same place.
Okay, Francis, I'm going to dive out on this. And
Okay.
I've just got somebody trying to reach me on Skype. Fine. So I'll hear back from you when you've got the when you've got the link to the recording or whatever. We'll be in touch.
Okay, well, let's call this a day now then, shall we? And then reconvene on the Hangout on August 12th, and we'll try and encourage a few more to come on. If we can get, 8, 9, and 10 people, it will make a good Hangout.
Okay then. Catch you later, boys.
We're halfway there, which is great. So, okay, well, thanks a lot, everyone.
So you're going to send that out as a Google calendar invite for the 12th?
You think we should send a Google Calendar invite, do you?
I'm just asking. Makes my life easier.
Yeah, I suppose that would help. We could try doing that.
Yeah, just do it, Francis. It really does help.
Yeah, okay.
The other thing you might say is that if anyone's got a burning question they want to discuss with us in the meantime, just put in a request and we'll see whether whoever they need to talk to is around at the time. I don't know if you're going to be around, Francis, or if you're taking this few months off or what.
No, I'll be around.
I'll be around, so if necessary we can do a couple, maybe Joe and Rashid are around. We can be fairly flexible on that.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, well then let's call it a day then, and I'll stop the broadcast now.
Good talking
Thank you
to
very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry for arriving late. I was watching, but I couldn't talk. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry. Anyhow, thank you, and we'll do it again soon. So I'll go. We'll stop now.
Thank you, Francis. Ciao.